Okay, so let me just tell you, I love this young lady in this next video. She's like a breath of, just a beautiful soul she sings. So I'll let you guys see it for yourselves.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Well, how's the dating culture different in Miami as opposed to where you're from?
I would just say it's more fundamentally transactional in a way that I think is off-putting.
And how are they transactional?
Like men want women for their beauty and women want men for their money.
But you don't think that that's really how most relationships end up being anyways?
Yeah, for sure, in marriage, when there's a lifelong commitment. But I think when, a guy takes a girl out to dinner, spends however much money, let's just say like $500, $1,000 on a meal, and then she's expected to have sex with him and they just have that. I mean, that's fine for other people, but it's certainly not for me.
Do you like going out to the clubs?
No.
Why not?
It's loud, and I can't hear myself think, let alone talk to somebody else, and it's just, there's drinking and there's just a lot. I just don't like it. It's not my scene.
What kind of men do you think you'd run into at clubs and bars?
Men that I'm not interested in. I mean, I don't drink alcohol, I don't do drugs, I don't have sex outside of marriage, so for me to look for romantic prospects at a club is ridiculous.
Isn't she like awesome? And there's another video. I don't want to show both of them. And she actually states that she is a virgin.
Oh, we know. We've come on. We know. We've all seen this video.
Oh,
I haven't. I haven't.
We did my whole show. Well, we did a whole show. That virgin girl had all the dudes in a frenzy. Dudes talk about they wouldn't get married. Was like, I'll marry her though. Like,
Too.
When I saw that video, I had to put my glasses on because I thought that was Nani. I was like, when did she go to?
You said when did she go? What?
I thought that was my wife. When I seen the video up there, because they look real similar, I had put my glasses on. I'm like, what the?
Damn, bro.
Is that how your wife dresses when she goes out in public, Marcus?
Pull up the outfit.
Oh Lord. I mean, she was just very modest.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Well, how's the day?
At work. When she go to work, she dressed like that.
That's the night she was out in the street. That's the nightlife outfit.
People have always said, what is type of woman is Trigger Mike? Well, you seem to be describing some kind of girl draped in baptism gowns. No, that's the type. That has always been my type. Always.
But she says that she only goes for certain kind of men, though.
Well, what does that have to do with anything? I'm just telling you, that type of woman that's conservatively dressed and has that type of attitude and talks like that. I mean, you haven't shown the virgin video, but do you see how articulate she is about family and all that stuff? Like that used to make me like melt, like, but I'd be like, oh my God. Like it put me in a frenzy, So yeah, I don't love that girl, but you know what I mean? I just love the fact that, and here's the fucked up part. She's Canadian. She ain't even American. She's Canadian.
That's how you know I be out here moving too, right? So
when she said that, I was like,
no, that's right.
Y'all, no lie. I know.
I thought we had one American left. I was gonna find a way.
I have an aunt who's still like she's here. She's here, but she's not here. And she's still a virgin.
Well, don't nobody want her old ass now.
Well, I mean, it don't matter.
Who's still a virgin?
it matters. How old is she? Over 40?
So is Venus Williams.
Yeah, she's
You know what?
60.
I take that back. Aren't they the number one group having new relationships? Some weird stat about
not her.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I believe you, but that's a damn.
Her dating life is not dead. That's all I'm saying.
Like my grandfather, he was a preacher, right? So they grew up, in a house, and all my mom and all her sisters were virgins when they got married, and she never got married. So
I wonder though.
Yeah.
I wonder if you've never started the drive, does the drive just kind of die?
I would think so. I would think if you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah.
Somebody should study that.
No, not saying that she never. No. I'm saying no. Not saying, because the younger you are, your hormones go, and when you're in that range of being able to bear children and all of that kind of stuff, your hormones respond a certain way, so it makes you want to. But when you get older, even for men, like their peak, their drive, it goes down, right? Anyway, just naturally. So I would assume that you don't know what you're not missing, so you can't miss it, right? I would assume.
Yep.
No, before I had sex, I knew I was dreaming. That shit was coming.
Oh
to me.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
basically
I
on the
was
same-
dreaming. I was dreaming up here and end up being down here somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's
Reality
completely
check.
different for us.
So yeah, I mean, you can't miss what you never had. So
That is true.
yeah, she's 60.
Somebody said they don't want to stop promoting your 60-year-old auntie. Don't nobody want.
You know they found a nun whose body mysteriously didn't decompose.
Wow.
And she'd never been deflowered.
Wow.
Y'all remember that?
Mm-mm.
Damn. I guess that's what purity means. I'm filth. I'm turning to dirt immediately.
Yeah, I'm bad.
Immediately. Mud.
But I just thought that, I thought that was so nice. And I do believe that there are women like her, that are overlooked because they're not on the Instagram. They may be, but their Instagram page may look a little different, And so I just felt it's very important to recognize these young women, show that they are out there, just overlooked.
They're Canadians.
They're not even overlooked.
There are American women who are
no. You're a passport bro automatically. So you're making an ad for the Passport Brothers if you say
they're not like.
Who you saying? Who me?
They're not overlooked. They aren't available to be found in most cases. She's out in Miami because of her friends, right? But she says she doesn't go out. Like, so how can you be found if you don't go out? Like, but you see what I'm I understand it, but guys, like, they're not overlooked. They're just not where the majority of people that are out there dating and doing things are. They're not overlooked. She shouldn't be overlooked. She's going to stand out in almost any crowd.
Shame.
But then too, the question would be, are these guys, she made it very clear, these aren't even the guys that she wants in the first place. Maybe she would be better off going to church or whatever her religion is, or some type of function that is more like,
she will get taken off the mark. Like there's no woman, very few women like her, think about it, are single. She won't make it to 30 without a ring on her finger. It's impossible.
How old is she?
21.
I don't know if she's
because I thought she looked young.
In the first video, she said she's 21.
She's 21.
Yeah,
when you get to hear a woman articulate, I think it was mistaken that it asked me, or in fact, y'all do it multiple shows in a row. Yeah, well, why aren't these men married? Why aren't these men marrying these women? You should have seen the way that woman's first video had everybody in a frenzy on my show. It's because most women aren't like that. That is the type of woman that if you're not ready to get married, you're gonna find a way to get ready. You see what I'm saying? That one, like if you want a shot at real, you're like, okay, well, I'm letting go of every other woman on my roster. If you're trying to do this, then like we always talk about how a man gets married in 6 months. That's how. This woman is pure as I don't know what, and you can't wait. Every time you get around her and her conversation and how focused she is on family and doing, you're like, well, I've seen all I need to see. K Jewelers, how many carats? What size? Like, you see what I'm saying? That's all. Like that's how a man just
I'm doing it now.
Huh?
Like I said,
we are so proud of you. We're so proud. I ain't have to throw my hands up yet. You've been polite. You know what I'm saying? You've been waiting. You waited your turn. I'm so proud.
All right. I have to disagree with you, Mike. The reason I say that, I think that's the ideal woman that men say they would want to marry, but their actions don't necessarily follow up. We've been in these spaces long enough to hear and see how men say that they know that they're not ready to settle down. They'll smash and pass. And I think she would be a woman that men would still smash, but if they're not ready to get married, they're not going to marry her. And the other thing now, I do think that the level of treatment may be a little different because of the way that she presents herself. But I definitely know men, even back in the day, that was their thing, was to try to smash virgins intentionally and not be with them. So